there is one surface above all that I most enjoy running on, even if it means running through the night. Snow. Welcome back to Jog On with Harry Morgan. Be sure to check out 500k.co.uk and hit subscribe. I was awoken on day 24 to be shown what was outside. We got snow. I headed out to get a very particular shoe. Day 24. Oh my word, look at the Jog On van. Whereas I'd often come out to the van and grab perhaps my trail shoes or maybe my road shoes, today is a little bit different. We're using those. A technique I've been using for a long time. I used bags with my spikes. If you've never tried it, it's surprisingly effective. I mean, I don't really feel like I even need to introduce today, obviously for one particular reason. It's a little bit different, but I can tell you right now, I feel like a large child with a level of excitement. Running in snow is one of the best things you can ever do in life. People may wonder, how difficult is running through snow? As you'll see, it depends. Before leaving, I wanted to test my snowball throwing accuracy. A miss. Be a really cool shot. But then we began to run. It's like a scene off a Christmas card, and so begins what will likely be the most memorable run of the challenge. The bags are working like a treat. Emboldened by my earlier snowball accuracy, I wanted to test it again. Right on target. Now that was a good shot. Thank you. And then that guy went, that was a good shot. We then passed a man dragging his family through the snow. But as we pushed on through the powder with the camera, there was a slight accident. Oh my God. No broken bones due to landing on soft white ground, we carried on with the 10-mile run. Running this road in winter now felt very different from the summer. Believe it or not, this is where we tested out the knitted shoes in that Jog On video. Looks a little bit different today. As we crossed off the 3rd mile, we discovered the remnants of an accident. As many of you who watch these crazy videos will know, I'm based in England. But there are, of course, a certain percentage of the audience who don't live anywhere near here and are watching from overseas. Hello. So I'll just give you a little bit of context as to why this is so exciting, because quite frankly, where I am in particular, in the south of England, a day like today is just rare. There'll be someone watching in Canada right now going, what is he talking about? But when you have a day like this, you just got to make the most of it. I ran up here just a few days ago, chatting away to Alan outbound. 3rd time running up here. No rain, at least. Just lots of snow. A bridge en route offered an idea for a game. Here we go. It's Louise at the final of the track snowball Olympics. Come on, Louise. We know you've got this. Here we go. Oh, so close, just slightly to the left. Here we go. Come on, this is the one. Here we go. Oh, beautiful. Louise, how are you feeling? You must be absolutely elated.
I'd like to thank my family, my friends.
Surely the training that went into throwing snowballs from a bridge onto a single train track, that must have taken dedication, time, years of training. Louise, I declare you snowball track champion. The sight of any green on this run was suddenly alien, but the sight of other snow runners suddenly normal. He had the camera on his head. The Christmas movie feel continued with a man shoveling snow. One thing about wearing snow spikes, great on here, the moment you come onto road, you hear that? Sounds like you're tap dancing. You know it's an odd day when they're even covering up the telephone boxes.
These telephone boxes weren't designed for this much snow, Gary. We're going to have to put the cover on again.
Currently working my way up a hill in snow. The calves are burning somewhat. Already the snow is getting strewn with little holes where the wetter snow is falling down off the trees. This is the thing with snow days in this country. You never know how long they're going to last. That's why you've got to make the most of them and get out and run 10 miles in it. So just a quick update live from Narnia. We're currently running with a sort of very small penguin-shaped snow boogie, which we had found just moments before. That's amazing. Upon inspection, it appeared to be damaged on the underside and thus abandoned. But we felt there was life left in this penguin. Hook my feet up. Okay. At the next slope, we gave it its first test, which didn't last very long. For two people who've skied multiple times, our middle class, that was not impressive. We continued on through the wintry paradise of the snow-strewn forest. Runs like this are few and far between in this country. To get snow like this is a rare thing.
As a bike passed, we found another hill to test the penguin on.
I think this hill is worth a try, Louise.
It was even worse than the first attempt.
We just got told by some women you don't need to run to the sledging points. I said, well, we're actually on a 10 miler, but we just sledge in between. And they completely took that as a joke. Of course you're running 10 miles. They didn't believe me. But you guys know. You guys know the truth.
The smell of newly felled trees drew me in.
Freshly cut logs. They smell amazing.
We took a moment to enjoy the recent blanketing.
The sun is just starting to poke out from between the trees as we pass through 12 kilometres.
Finally, beams of sunlight were appearing, dancing through the branches of nearby trees and casting long shadows over the sparkling snow on the cold ground. It was a good moment. Hill number 3.
Definitely going to be a bit slower on today's run, partly because some of the run was done like this. You're enjoying yourself there? Oh my word. Steady, left. We're all good, we're all good. Oh my word. Okay, ready?
We could still do better.
Louise has now been running carrying that board
for 5 miles.
The reason there is one hill in particular that we have in mind that we want to try and slide down.
We had found the hill.
This is the top of it. We're going to give it a go.
Attempt number 1.
And we're away!
Attempt number 2.
Oh my God.
Attempt number 3.
Oh my word. It's time to say farewell to the strange penguin boogie board thing for someone else to enjoy. Farewell, penguin. Thank you. Here we go. 16.08. Hopefully we finish by this friendly snowman. 16.09. And
the camera batteries died in the cold.
that is another 10 miles.
And then again.
Another 10 miles done, and that was a very memorable...
Oh, for crying! With evening fast approaching, day 25 was the latest I'd set out to run.
I've got to show you this. We built him last night. His mouth has fallen off. Apart from that, looking good. This guy is tall. I'll show you with me standing next to him.
Some brief artwork on the Jog On van.
It's always strange the day after a snow day. If it hasn't all disappeared, which it obviously hasn't at the moment, what remains ends up sort of becoming icy. So it does mean I'm going to need to be a little bit careful underfoot. Let's go.
I set off and was met by a strange landscape.
The remnants of snowmen litter this field. But I must admit, it's quite impressive how much has remained. I actually had a warning message from Alan Outbound earlier, and he said it's quite slippy out there. I've gone with the trail shoes and placed my feet carefully. Being in the depths of winter, there's not much light to work with, so I'm going to head straight up into the forest.
A sign read, "Beware of trains."
And the ice. Well, we're all clear. I can't believe it. No one took the board. Or did someone take it, have a go, and come back and drop it back off by the train station?
Surreal. I continued up the hill that we had been sliding down just 26 hours before.
Trying to get up this slope without slipping too badly, but so far, so good. So they're actually felling trees just over here. It's like something out of Avatar. It is quite a striking image, seeing that metal claw picking up the logs. I mean, not quite as big as ours. This one I'm a little taller than.
With the light fading, I tried to get more miles ticked off, but was distracted by more snow art.
That's fantastic. It's great seeing some of the snow sculptures people have done.
The moon was visible in the deepening blue of the sky above me.
Legs might be burning, but it's worth it in these conditions. I don't know exactly where it comes from, but I've always been absolutely fascinated by snow. It's got this sort of crispy sugar shell, if you like, on top. But if you dig through that, underneath is this very fine powder, almost like you would get in a snow globe. I just love the stuff. Okay, let's finish this.
As if to encourage me to head back, signs were appearing.
I'm being careful.
With 3.5 miles left, it really was starting to darken.
There's strips of red and purple coming through the trees. You've got to love this weather. Regrettably, it is predicted to slowly melt over the coming week. I can't imagine it'll be here much longer. Look at the sky though. Just seeing strips of yellow, orange and red peeking through the blackness of the trees. I've got moonlight. I've got a snowy path, I've got some music playing, and I'm running in a forest. What more can someone want? I think it may be finally time to bring the head torch out. Well, here goes. Amazing. You can see why some people love a nighttime run, but you do need to know what you're doing.
It was time to get out of the forest.
Oh hey, penguin snow boogie, still there?
The sunset still visible on the horizon. I had just 2k to run following my single beam.
Just coming up to 13 kilometers. Here we go. You're not going to be able to see this. We're about to hit 16.1 kilometers. Boom! I've got to say, it was just trance-like towards the end. Following this single beam of light as it skated across the ice and the snow. Let's see if I can bounce it back on my face. There we go. It was absolutely remarkable. 250 miles run. 6 more days to go. I'm gonna go have a shower. Well, he's survived so far. Morning, Mr. Snowman. It is somewhat, though, perhaps even icier underfoot. Amazingly, only 6 days left now. As you can see, still quite a bit of snow remaining. It's 2.5 degrees Celsius, and I've gone with shorts. An interesting decision, one that I may come to regret when my knees fall off. Here we go, over the ice. 10 miles has begun. Come on!
Beginning to run my 26th 10-miler in a row, I was surprised to see
still very much ice and snow left, so I just need to run with a degree of caution.
the hood was up until I had warmed up.
Passing past a golf club, still very white, out on the course.
I paused here to admire the blanket of snow and ice surrounding the clubhouse.
10 kilometers done in 59:23. With only 1 slip so far, I feel like I'm doing all right. It's an absolutely mad thought that at the end of this, I will only have 5 days left to run. It seems within reach.
I shot past a woman who appeared to be using a garden hoe to scrape the tarmac.
She's not going to grow many vegetables there. Guys, big news. It turns out local civilians have decided they don't need coffee that much. The queue at Costa is much shorter than before. Citizens have been going in for caffeine rehab. This is fantastic news. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's like 5 or 6 cars in that queue, but not quite as mental as it was before. 3 kilometers to go to finish this one. Come on, let's go.
It was head down and just run through the cold.
I recognize someone in the distance, a particular runner who likes to appear in these videos. Well, look who it is. It's amazing how much the snow is actually staying around.
I would finish the last kilometre in company until we got distracted.
Just found ice that's thick enough to actually take my own body weight. Oh, it's going. It's going. It's cracking up now. Ah! It's frozen, broken up, and then refrozen back over top. See if you can do it quite quickly. Go on. You can make it, Louise. Oh, it's giving way. Only 760 meters to go. Ah!
Finally, I was about to complete the day's run.
Just running icy laps of this car park has almost turned into an ice rink. 10 miles. Done. 1 hour, 33 minutes and 27 seconds. Felt quite good in the last few kilometers after I'd warmed up a little bit more. Marvellous. On to the next one.